Good evening, everyone, and welcome sa ating 9 guest coaches session. So, tapos na tayo nung Saturday with Coach Dan sa ating strength training. Tapos ito pala, very quick lang na announcement. So, merong swap sa session between Coach Katarina at saka Coach DJ. So, previously, si Coach DJ is dito sa November 13. So, nag-swap sila ni Coach Katarina. Okay, so mauna na yung RTT session sa week 3, which is 10 a.m. siya. Tapos sa week 4, November 20, si Coach DJ naman, Relax Health, Trauma, and Release Weight, 10:30 a.m. naman siya. Okay, so yun yung ating quick na announcement dyan. At saka, ito na ngayon, nasa pangalawang coach na tayo out of the 9 international coaches. And of course, ang ating coach for tonight is walang iba, kundi si Coach Rowena Ebdani-Suarez. So from the Philippines, so she's going to teach us about HeartMath breathing technique. So Coach Rowena is a certified HeartMath trainer, organizational learning facilitator, at saka sustainable development advocate. Okay, ang next is si Coach Santa ang mag-i-introduce.
Ayan, Maria Clara Rowena or Weng Ebdani-Suarez is a certified HeartMath trainer for 2 flagship workshops, The Resilience Advantage and Activating the Heart of Teams. So Weng is an organizational learning facilitator and a sustainable development advocate. She has been facilitating resilience building, leadership, and culture building workshops for individuals and organizations, both businesses and nonprofits. Diba?
Yeah, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Coach Rowena Ebdani-Suarez.
Wow,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
for Thank you for that energy that you have put into this session. Thanks, Dr. Santa, for that introduction. And of course, Glory, I call her Glo. We were friends from college. Thank you for inviting me over. It's a wonderful opportunity to be able to share with everyone a piece of what I do and what I teach. Been teaching and been doing HeartMath for almost 4 years. Yeah. So I'm very pleased that there's a lot of you here in this room because, of course, I believe that the HeartMath techniques that I will be sharing with you today is something that really needs spreading, not only in the Philippines, but all over the globe. So, maraming salamat sa lahat. I'm not sure if everyone here understands Tagalog or... Okay, very good. Wonderful. So, let me just scan the room and see the faces of those who are here. I mean, I get energy from also really looking at the faces who are here. Let me just, okay, wonderful. Thank you. So allow me to share my screen. All right. So yeah, Dr. Santa mentioned in the introduction that I've been teaching resilience building, right? And I wonder at this point, maybe you can think about what resilience means to you. What comes to your mind when you hear the word resilience? Can I have maybe 2 to 3 volunteers to share? Just what comes to mind when you hear the word resilience?
Immunity.
Immunity. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who was that?
That's me, Weng, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan. Thank you. Thanks, Stan. Yeah, how about the others?
Toughness.
Toughness, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Able to bounce back.
Able to bounce back, yes. These 3 words are associated with resilience, right? And I know that especially in the Filipino context, when we hear the word resilience, the bouncing back is very common. And growing up, I would see in television footages like after a typhoon, right? And you would see people wading through the floods, and then you have international cameras and and they will be broadcasting it, and they would be saying, oh, what a resilient people. So it's always been in the context of bouncing back. So this is an element of the resilience that we're going to learn about. But I would like to introduce to you the context of what we mean when we say resilience in the HeartMath context. So what we mean here is not just bouncing back. When we say we are resilient, we actually mean that we have the capacity to be prepared for, to recover from, and adapt from stress or challenges. So isn't that wonderful? It means that if right now, let's say you had an argument with, I don't know, maybe with a coworker because you were rushing to finish work, or maybe with a family member. And let's say that you get triggered when you hear something that you don't like, right? When you are resilient, that means that these things wouldn't easily irritate you, wouldn't easily make you angry anymore. So that means that when we are resilient, we have more energy in our system to actually be prepared for those things that would usually stress us. And you will see here in this image, an image of a battery, right? We are like that. On a day-to-day basis, we spend energy, but then we also renew energy, right? We regenerate our energy. And so that's why you will see here a battery. Sometimes we are low of charge. Sometimes we are recharged enough or charged enough. And so we have enough energy to also deal with whatever challenges, with whatever day-to-day situations that you have to deal with. And I need you to just take a second to think about what are the things that you are spending your energy on. We might think of it as more of like a physical energy, but no. In the HeartMath context, resilience has 4 domains. So we have the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. So meaning we have to have enough emotional energy to deal with a conversation. We have to have enough emotional energy to deal with a conflict or an argument. Because if we don't, then that means that you will really be very depleted of your energy. And over time, if we're not able to renew the energy that we expend, then that will really cause stress. And later on, it will really trigger some illnesses or some diseases. So I will not be able to expound all of that today. I mean, this is a 16-hour workshop, but we're squeezing something into a 1-hour coaching session. Okay, so I'm just briefly introducing it and really just sharing with you the context. Our context of building resilience is in terms of intelligently managing our energy, because we know that on a day-to-day basis we expend our energy. Therefore, we have to recover some of that energy. We have to renew or regenerate or recharge some of that energy. Okay? Sige. So, who among you have a breathing technique? Who is practicing certain breathing techniques?
So WildFit, we do 5-5-5-5 breathings, like box breathing. Yeah.
Okay. So like 5 seconds inhale, and then you pause for 5 seconds, and then 5 seconds exhale.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So you will not have difficulty learning the HeartMath breathing techniques. Okay, so a little bit of science before we go into the actual breathing technique. No, science is the science behind HeartMath is based on this fact that there is a communication happening between the heart and the brain. So we used to think that this is just one way, like the brain is sending messages to the heart or to the body, right? But according to neurocardiology, that is not the case. This is actually a superhighway, a two-way superhighway between the heart and the brain. And what's amazing is that the science shows that there's actually far more information coming from the heart to the brain than the brain to the heart. Did you know that? I'm not sure if you knew that, but common knowledge is really that the mind, the brain keeps on bombarding information to the body, especially to the heart, right? HeartMath has shown that no, actually the case is there's more information coming from the heart going to the brain. So that is the reason why we are reversing the process. Okay, instead of sending of regulating your emotion coming from the brain to the heart, what we're doing here is we're allowing the heart to send information going to the brain. So that's what we're going to do here. We are reversing the process. Why? Again, sometimes when emotions, if we talk about certain stressful situations, usually there are emotions associated with it, right? It could be, can you give me examples of emotions that get triggered when you are in a stressful situation? We can do popcorn. Just pop up. Just pop up. Example of emotions that get triggered when we are in stressful situations.
Irritation.
The frustration.
Frustration, irritation, yeah.
Anger.
Maybe two more. Anger, yeah, definitely. How about the others? If you try to recall, example of emotions that get triggered when you are in a stressful situation.
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Or what was the other one?
Confused, something.
Okay, yeah, very important, right? Because usually the ones that we noticed are the very big, upsetting, overwhelming, strong emotions. But we have what we call as depleting emotions that actually deplete our energy, and they run below the radar, meaning we don't usually notice them. And we might think that it's just normal. It's normal to be disappointed. It's normal to feel discouraged. It's normal to feel low. It's normal to feel sad, right? But I need you to recognize that these are also depleting emotions. They have as much effect on the body as the upsetting ones. And usually we don't get to stop them. We don't get to interrupt the stress pattern because we feel like this kind of emotion is just nothing. It's just normal. But no, we also have to pay attention to them and we have to regulate them. Okay, and one of the ways in which we can regulate these emotions is through breathing techniques. And you are doing a certain breathing technique, but let's learn another breathing technique, okay? And just so you can really focus on learning this technique, I would suggest that for now, okay, you forget about the box breathing for now, okay? That way you can really tune into the heart-focused breathing technique. So usually, when people do breathing techniques, they have a tool for focus, right? Some people, they just focus on the breath. Some people focus on certain parts of the body when they do the breathing. But in this particular breathing technique that I will be sharing with you, I will ask you to focus on the heart. And I will teach you how to do that. Okay, game? Sige. So I see nods. So that means a yes. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is an intelligent energy self-regulation technique. Self-regulation, because you don't need anything from outside. It's really just you who's going to do this. Everything is coming from just you. Okay, all of the resources that you need to be able to do this is really just within you. And just to introduce a little what this technique is all about, heart-focused breathing. Maybe I can have Sir Freddy read the slide for us. Sir Freddy, please.
So heart-focused breathing is a powerful and effective tool for self-regulation. It's the first step in shifting to a more coherent state. You're alert and calm at the same time. And it can help you maintain your composure in challenging situations.
Thank you, Sir Freddy. Okay, so first step in shifting to a more coherent state. So I will not be able to cover what coherent or coherence means, but it is a basic tenet in the HeartMath system. Okay. When you are in a state of coherence, it means that the heart and the brain are in sync. They are aligned. Okay. And when they are aligned, that means that the brain is actually able to receive that message from the heart. Okay. And the brain is able to function as it should. So what I mean by that is the brain is actually able to synchronize all of its activities. Meaning, if you are if you are feeling a certain emotion, okay, and then let's say you initiate that sending of that signal from the heart to the brain, what it means is that you can think clearly. In case you are in a stressful situation and you're not able to think clearly, when you are coherent, then you're more able to think clearly. It's like you can refresh or you can reset your system when you do that. So when you are coherent, you are alert and calm at the same time. How does that happen? I mean, try to recall, for example, emergency responders, right? They have to be alert and calm at the same time, right? Because if they are not alert, then they will not be able to respond appropriately. But if they are not calm, accidents can also happen, right? So they will make a mistake, and it's very crucial. So on a day-to-day basis, we have situations that are not as extreme as that, but there are situations where, let's say, something unexpected happened, okay, or something that you don't like happened. So of course, you would want to be able to respond to that situation and say, no, we're not supposed to be doing this. But at the same time, you have to be calm. Because when you are not calm, you're not able to communicate properly, or you're not actually able to figure out what's the next best step it is that you have to do. So we have to be both alert and calm at the same time. Okay, so I will not delve into coherence. It's a pretty big subject, but just know that this is a first step in really shifting to a more coherent state. Meaning, we have to learn the breathing first before we can actually learn the other techniques, so that then once we have shifted and we have reset our system, then we will be more able to sustain that and carry it through the day-to-day. So we will need patience on ourselves, right? Because yes, after this session, and you will do heart-focused breathing technique, maybe it will help you, but maybe after 5 minutes, I mean, you get triggered again. So it can really happen. Okay, so I see a hand raised. Yes, Sir Freddy.
Question. So the coherence is similar to when you do deep meditation, where your brain waves are coherent, or is this different because we're talking about the heart and the mind syncing together? Yeah.
There is a difference because this is not just the brain waves. Okay. This is really synchronization between the heart and the brain. When you do the meditation, there would be windows of time when you are coherent. So I actually have a device here. HeartMath is evidence-based. So whenever I would do the breathing techniques or the other techniques in HeartMath, I can actually see and validate whether I shifted into coherence. So it will tell you whether or not you are in that state of synchronization between the heart and the brain. It's not specific to the brain wave. And I will not be able to also touch on that right now, but there are studies that show how one's brain waves, like a mom's brain waves, would synchronize with the brain wave of the baby in the belly whenever the mom is in a coherent state. That's how powerful it is. So it really creates that alignment. Okay? Okay lang, Sir Freddy? Okay. Sige. So maybe let's try it. And then we can go back to it again. We can talk about it again. It's much better if we experience the step, and then we can break it down after. We can discuss further. Okay. I need a volunteer to read the slide, please.
Have Tristan.
Oh, Tristan, yes.
Ako
Let's
talagang
hear
vinolunteer,
Tristan's
di ba?
voice.
I volunteer you.
Alright, sige. So heart-focused breathing technique, focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. So suggestion, inhale 5 seconds, exhale 5 seconds, or whatever rhythm is comfortable. Quick step, heart-focused breathing.
Okay, thank you, Tan. Let's focus your attention in the area of the heart. Let's just look at that statement. What does it mean to focus? Sige. So what I need you to do at this time is try to wiggle your index finger. I'm trying to look for the video panel. Okay. Try to wiggle. Look at the wiggling of that index finger. Now you are focusing, right? Change your focus. If maybe you're not wearing a shoes or socks, look at your big toe, the right big toe, and wiggle the big toe and focus there. And then go back to your index finger. So you are shifting your focus, right? That's how we focus. It means we focus our attention in that area. We notice it. We pay attention to it. Okay? Because in this case, we will be focusing our attention in the area of the heart. So some people, it helps them when they put their hand or their palm on top of the heart or the chest area. Okay, that's what you can do if you'd like to be able to focus better. So you can put it there. And then the second step says, imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area. Okay, and then you breathe a little slower and deeper than usual. So good thing you've been practicing 5-5-5. In this case, there is no pause between. We inhale for 5 seconds, and then we exhale for 5 seconds. Or if 5 seconds is too long for you, find a rhythm that's comfortable. Maybe 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Just make it intentionally longer, slower, and deeper than your usual. Okay? Sige, so let's try to do it and then let's come back to the steps and say, hey, I think I need help here or something. Or maybe you would have questions after experiencing the technique. Okay? Sige, so I suggest that you close your eyes as you do this because you know how distracting the visual world can be, right? Sometimes it really steals your attention. It steals your focus. So it would be good to just close your eyes as you do this. Okay, sige. So let's do it. Just find your comfortable position wherever you are seated. I always find it helpful when I just drop my shoulders in a very relaxed manner. When I do this, the shoulder muscles are relaxed. The back muscles are also relaxed. And it gives me a very nice and smooth access to the heart center. As you know, we are activating the heart in this particular exercise. Okay, now focus your attention in the area of the heart. If it helps, you can put your hand on top of your heart or chest area. And imagine as if your breath is flowing in and out of the heart area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. You can inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Or whatever rhythm that is comfortable to you, just make it slower and deeper. Your focus on the heart. Take a few more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Slower and deeper. Your focus on the heart. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so how did it go for you? How was it? Just unmute.
Very relaxing.
Very relaxing. Thank you, Glo. How about for the others? How did it go for you? Shall I volunteer some people?
We do have some feedbacks at chat. Felt good, felt sleepy, peaceful, feels great, very good coherence score. Because
Nice.
some do have the inner balance, the gadget from HeartMath.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Calming, felt relaxed, palpitation calmed down, peaceful.
Very good. Thank you. Wonderful for a first time. Is it the first time for many of you to do the heart-focused breathing? Okay, I see nods. Okay, yeah. Very good. Any question? Any on a specific step in the heart-focused breathing? I mean, that's what I'm here for, because we will not be able to cover the entire thing, right? But this is the reason why I'm here. So, yeah. Any question on the steps, on your experience as you did it?
One question is: do you breathe? Do you breathe through your mouth or nose?
It's something that I do, parang unconsciously, no, but I don't breathe through the mouth. I don't do it. It's just casual breathing. I'm not sure if it will be helpful if you focus on, like, am I breathing through the nose or am I breathing through the mouth? Just do your casual breathing, right? What we would like to do here is be able to focus the attention on the heart, and then just breathe slower and deeper. So those are the key steps here. And then later on, you may notice, oh yeah, I was breathing through the nose, maybe. So I think that should help you focus in the technique.
Another question: how long do we do this to attain the coherent state?
Okay. 2 minutes, actually even 1 minute, should actually help you shift into coherence. However, remember that if the situation is intense, if you have certain emotions that were triggered and they are intense or strong, you might actually find out that you need longer time to do the heart-focused breathing. And it is also possible that maybe you're okay, you were able to reset, and then it comes back. So you might need to do it again. Okay, but 1 minute to 2 minutes is already good. Later, before we end, I will add another technique that you can bring with you, that you can do on your day-to-day. We'll add a certain step to the heart-focused breathing. So let's get the heart-focused breathing right. Okay, that way you can really maximize the benefit from the other technique that I will be teaching you. Glo, I see Sir Freddy raising his hand. Yes, please go ahead.
So you said you wanted the breathing to be longer and deeper.
Slower and deeper than usual.
Slower and deeper. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there can it be too long? Is there something where you say it's too long or too deep, or it should just be normal breathing, but you want it slower and deeper? I mean,
I
you
would
shouldn't extend it too long.
I would say that there is no such thing as too long. I mean, for some people, they can go even beyond 5 seconds. Yeah, if you are comfortable with that rhythm, then go with it. You might also find out that there are some situations where you really need longer, where a 4 to 5 seconds might not be enough. So for me, I encourage my participants, my students, to really be their own self-scientist, because you would know what is the effect on the body, right? Does it help me relax, or does it tense up my muscles? So you have to listen to those cues. Does it really help me relax and be calm and have that smooth rhythm, or does it just make me more stressed? So you would know. Okay.
Okay, we also have a few questions, Weng.
Sige,
Well,
Lee.
okay, so while breathing, I was asking my heart if she is okay. Is that normal?
It is normal. Yeah. When you go past just the technical breathing, as I said, what happens is the heart sends signal to the brain. So there is another technique. There is a specific HeartMath technique where, let's say you're trying to problem solve something. Let's say you're confused about something. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I send this email or this text message, or no, I should hold back? So the first step of that technique is heart-focused breathing. And then there is a piece there where we ask what is the effective or the appropriate response or action to the problem. And then there is usually a response that will come. So it is normal as you get past through the breathing, you know that you get quiet when the body is more relaxed and the mind is quiet. There's no mental chatter. That's really when some insights from the heart would come. And maybe this is also a time when you've been really tired, right? You've been jumping from one issue or emergency to another. And maybe this is really just the time that you've been able to relax. You might actually get that insight and say, hey, are you okay? Or maybe you should really slow down. Maybe you should really take the time to really just pause and spend time on yourself. So yes, actually, this is the beauty of it. Because when you start to activate the heart, this is not just really all about breathing and relaxation. What happens is you will really get insights from the heart. And there are specific techniques in which you can also do that process. No, deliberately, intentionally. Because sometimes we just things just happen to us and then we react or we respond to it. When we are stressed, then okay, I will do my breathing technique. But sometimes actually you really need to ask yourself certain questions, and you can use some of the HeartMath techniques to be able to assist you in the process. That's a very good question. And it's wonderful that you are actually observing yourself. You are observing what comes to you as you do the techniques. Diba?
Yeah. We also have another one. Are we supposed to hear our heartbeat?
In most cases, yes. But for me, it's especially strong if, let's say, before I did the technique, kakakape ko lang. So I experienced that. And then I would notice that my heart rate in the monitor is higher than usual. And then also when you are tensed, you might also feel that heartbeat that's really strong. So what you need to do is, okay, extend the heart-focused breathing until you relax into it. So you will relax in the moment if you just extend it a little bit. So if you mean by, are we supposed to feel your heartbeat, is it the same intensity as when after running or after maybe climbing up the stairs? Can you describe it, RC? What exactly is it that you mean when you said you were feeling your heartbeat? Is it the subtle, like you just notice that there's a heartbeat, or is it more like after running or after coffee or after climbing up the stairs?
Yeah, I just noticed that I can hear it through my earphones, or I can feel it because I was touching my chest. So I
okay.
can feel it, but not all the time. Parang during the end. That's when I
Okay.
actually felt it.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you notice how you were feeling when that was happening?
I'm not sure if I felt anything. It's just that I was feeling calm, and then
Okay.
that's when I felt the heartbeat.
Okay. Very good. So why did I ask these questions? We use our heart, we use the feelings as sensor, right? If you are in a depleting emotion, let's say you were anxious, you were nervous, you were worried about something, then chances are that's not good, right? That's not a very good indication. But if it's like, okay, you are calm and relaxing, but then it's so quiet and therefore you noticed it, then you're good. So that's our sensor. Okay? We notice how we feel. And then this is a very good exercise because we really have to raise more awareness in what we're feeling in the moment. Okay? Wonderful questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does it help if there's a background music? Yes, Claire. For some people, it really works when there's background music. Or sometimes there's visuals. For those who have the M-Wave, diba you notice there are games, there are visuals, there's a coherence coach, there's a balloon, something that you can look at and follow as you do the breathing. So yeah, find what really works for you. Music will really work. And it's so funny because I really love experimenting with my HeartMath device. So there were times when I tried like really hard music, rock music, metal music. I would just see how I am reacting to it. So yes, Claire, you can choose your background music that helps you get into that state of if not coherence, a state of calm or relaxation, or that state when you feel renewal or regeneration in your energy. Ross, is HeartMath similar to the app Headspace, guided quick meditation and breathing exercise? I haven't used Headspace, Ross, but I would say the heart-focused breathing is something that you can use in your meditation. Because when we do the meditation, the first phase is really the relaxation, right? We have to calm down, we have to relax so that the body can really relax. And then later I will teach you another technique, the quick coherence technique. It's one of my favorites and favorites of a lot of people. So that coherence technique, you can even extend it further and make it into a heart-based meditation. So it's not, I wouldn't say that it's similar. It's similar, I would say, but more of like pieces of these steps are pieces that you can incorporate or integrate in your meditation practice.
Yeah, I even use heart-focused breathing in my rapid transformational therapy.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I like it when we're able to integrate it in different ways, no? And mindfulness meditation also. Yeah, you can definitely use this. Sir Freddy?
Yeah, is there any situation where we should not use this technique? There's a lot of things that we can use it for now. Stressful, but is there anything we shouldn't or avoid using it after that?
I don't know of anything specific that you shouldn't be using it for. Let me just bring up the video panel again. Okay. I cannot think of something, but of course, just listen to your body, I would say. If you feel that it causes certain reactions, like you get triggered or agitation, you might want to pause, or you might want to get help on how to properly do it, or at least help you understand what is happening in that exercise, why it is triggering certain reactions. I wouldn't say that there are specific situations because, for example, if it's related to physiology, it's actually helpful. For example, there are people who have asthma whose condition has improved after regular practice of heart-focused breathing or the other HeartMath techniques. Yeah, so I can't think of any situation where you shouldn't be using it.
So even for example, after hard exercise routine, I can just, if I want to calm down my body, just go into that hard.
The more that you should use it. Okay, sige, I'll share a slide here to demonstrate that. Sige, this one. Okay, the more that you should use it, there are several athletes and Olympic teams who are using HeartMath because it actually helps them bring the heart rate back down to baseline after an exercise. So here, for example, you see a husband and wife arguing, okay, and the wife was driving in this situation, and then the husband was in the passenger seat, and in this moment, the wife said something that made the husband angry. It triggered him, and you can see that his heart rate went up, and then it shot up further to 120 to 140 beats per minute. The husband in this moment forgot to practice the technique, right? But after that, let me just elevate it. Wait. It's not very obvious there. Let me choose another one. That is a very good question. This is a very long. You see that? Yeah.
As far as I've been learning about HeartMath, right? Because I've been studying 2 programs right now under HeartMath, so it's really, really good for recovery.
Yeah, this one. Let me show that to you. So here, right after practicing the HeartMath technique, you can see that heart rate went back to baseline from 110 to 120 because this police officer here forgot to practice it while he was in this situation. And you know that happens to us, right? When we are in this situation, we might forget and then we will just remember after. So you can see that immediately went back down to an average of 70 to 80 beats per minute. So there are one very good reason why athletes and Olympic teams are using HeartMath is because of that. It can really help you bring your heart rate back to baseline. As you know that if the heart rate is high for an extended period of time, then it really does damage to the body. Okay, sige. So any other questions? Let me do a time check, okay? That way we'll have enough time also to learn the other technique. Other questions or maybe other insights or comments that you'd like to share? Wala na?
Yeah, we can go ahead now, Weng.
Okay, sige. Let's go ahead. And I need you now to relax and just find that comfortable position again. When I do the exercise, it's always important to know that you are safe. Okay. And usually when the mind is racing, that's when the mind does not think that it is safe. And so to really focus in the moment, I need you to, just tell yourself that you are in a safe space. And let's go ahead and practice it. So I need you to focus your attention in the area of the heart. If it helps, you can put your hand on top of your heart or chest area. And imagine as if your breath is flowing in and out of that heart area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. You can inhale for 5 seconds And exhale for 5 seconds, or whatever rhythm that is comfortable to you. Just make it slower and deeper, keeping your focus on the heart. Take a few more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Slower and deeper. Your focus on the heart. And now I invite you to activate a renewing or a regenerative feeling. It can be gratitude or care, love or joy for something or someone in your life. It can be gratitude for loved ones or gratitude for yourself for showing up in this session, in this program. Feel that gratitude and joy for spending time on yourself, for yourself. It can also be the comfort that you feel when you are hugging a loved one or when you are hugging your pet. And if the mind wanders, just put it back to the heart. No judgment. Reactivate that feeling of gratitude, love, joy, or care. And whenever you are ready, at your own pace, you can open your eyes. So that was the quick coherence technique. Does anybody want to share how it went for you? How did you feel? What was the experience like doing that technique? Anybody who wants to unmute and share?
Hi, Weng.
Yes,
So
Glo.
just to share, so it made me teary-eyed because I've been practicing heart-focused breathing and also with this quick coherent technique during meditations with Dr. Joe Dispenza. So the meditation of Dr. Joe Dispenza uses these techniques, and I've been doing it like twice a day. So it always puts me into a space of amazing gratitude. So it always make me cry. So whenever I do this.
Thank you. How about the others? I see several smiling faces, especially after the practice. Maybe you'd like to share how that was for you. If you can also chat it.
Very relaxing and inantok.
Inantok. Okay, yeah. Heartwarming. How about the smiling faces here? Pwedeng, what's the Tagalog? Tumawag. Or can I call Lilette? Can we hear from you?
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, medyo
Kumusta?
maingay yung mga aso namin.
Okay lang. I can hear you. I can hear you well.
Okay. Actually, for the past weeks, very busy talaga ako. Kasi I have different projects and another project. So, nagpatong-patong na yung mga projects. So, very stressful talaga yung mga weeks ko na nagdaan hanggang ngayon. And then, I do breathing exercises. Pero, this one, the HeartFocused, it's a different technique na, yun nga, kaya kanina natanong ko na, if my heart is okay, kasi mukhang stress na talaga siya, puno na siya. And then, yung kanina, pinaalala mo habang nakapikit kami, to be grateful. And ang dami kong taong naalala na tumutulong sa mga projects ko. And then, supportive sa akin. Kaya yun, halos maiyak din ako.
Yeah.
Sa sandaling yon, ang dami nilang lumabas sa isip ko. Ang dami kong naalala. Very grateful ako na supportive sila sa office and then dito sa bahay. Ang dami nila.
Yeah. Salamat. Thank you.
I felt lighter.
Okay, very good. Very good. I hope you can do this for at least twice a day, like what Coach Glory does. No, and very important that you mentioned the emotions, right? The feelings of gratitude that you were feeling kanina, because you might. I was saying, di ba, na sometimes when the situation is intense or when you're really feeling heavy, sometimes the breathing might not be enough. It can be enough in some situations. It can really make you bounce back. But if it's too heavy or too intense, then you might actually want to add a layer of feeling or emotion to your practice. That is what helps you sustain coherence. That's why we said kanina na the heart-focused breathing, this is the first step into shifting into coherence, right? The second step is how do you sustain it? Once you were able to shift into coherence, how do you actually sustain it? And the more that you do this, if you do this often, then it will have a carryover effect in your day-to-day. And you will notice that even if you're no longer consciously practicing the technique as you are doing something, you will notice that there's a carryover effect in terms of how you are responding differently to a stressful situation or to whatever challenges that you are dealing with. So, yeah, I encourage everyone to practice it. And if you need our support, if you need our help, you can always reach out to me and to Coach Glory.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure. We have 6 minutes. Does anybody else want to ask a question or share about the exercise, how it went for them? Wala na? No more questions? If no more questions, would you want us to do it again? One more?
Coach,
Huh?
may mas higher pa ba na emotion doon sa pre-practice natin ngayon, yung gratitude? Ano pang mas higher emotion na parang kung mas magiging coherent ka?
Find that something for you. So what I suggest that you do is after this, you might want to take an inventory. Maybe kahit mga 3 to 5. 3 to 5 experiences, situations that make you feel renewing emotions. When we say renewing emotions, they are gratitude, love, care, calm, what else? Happiness or joy. So I wouldn't say that there's a quote unquote higher, because it really works differently for different people. Okay. It also works differently in different situations. There will be situations when activating or breathing in calm or relaxation might be enough, but there will be situations when you need something deeper. So you will really have to draw from your experiences, because the focus here is the emotion. We're just using the memory to activate the emotion, huh? We're not focusing. So when we are doing the technique, we don't want to be caught up in the thoughts or in the memory itself. Once na activate na siya, we would want to focus on the feeling or the emotion. But yeah, I will encourage you to find that for yourself. Is it gratitude for loved one? Is it joy for creating something that's really wonderful? Is it the contentment or the peace that you feel? Okay, is it the peace and the relaxation that you feel when you are in your favorite place? Is it the comfort that you feel for your loved one or your pet? So find that something for you, and I think it will be helpful if you can take an inventory, kahit mga 3 to 5 lang, so that you have a go-to. And then when you do the practice, you can activate one of those. Meaning activate or use the feeling or the emotion that works for you. Something that comes to you naturally, because we don't want to force it. The moment we force it, then you get caught up in the thoughts again. Okay?
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Si Jerry yun, no? That was Jerry.
Yes,
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, nag-affirm si Sir Freddy. Yes daw. Okay, let's do it again for the last 3 minutes.
Would love to.
Sige. Okay, I will just stop the sharing. This should already be good. Okay. Okay, so find your comfortable position. And then just relax the body. For me, that means dropping my shoulders in a very gentle manner, of course. And when I do this, I notice that my shoulders are relaxed, my back muscles are relaxed, and I'm more able to access the heart center. Now focus your attention in the area of the heart. If it helps, you can put your hand on top of the heart area. Imagine as if the breath is flowing in and out of the heart area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. You can inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Or whatever rhythm that is comfortable, just make it slower and deeper, keeping your focus on the heart. Take a few more breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Slower and deeper, your focus on the heart. Now try to re-experience a renewing feeling. It can be gratitude, love, joy, or care for something or someone in your life right now. If the mind wanders, just put it back to the heart, no judgment. Reactivate that renewing feeling of gratitude, joy, love, or care. And whenever you are ready, you can open your eyes. So just pabaon. This is something that you can try practicing with your eyes open. I've had participants who would do this even if at the MRT, right? And it's noisy. So you can practice this with your eyes open until you get used to it. And then another, it will not always be perfect when you try to do it and emotions or situations seem overwhelming. It's okay. Give yourself a break. You can try again. You can do it again. So that's what I usually do sometimes when I cannot seem to ground the feeling or when I cannot seem to connect with it. Because let's face it, there will be situations where it can be difficult, right? So don't be hard on yourself. Maybe you need to stand up, drink water, take a little walk in your room, and then try to do it again. Just really keep trying. And just like any practice, it requires practice. So keep practicing. Okay? Sige. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for sharing this space with me.
Thank you very much, Weng. Thank you very much for sharing to us the beauty of HeartMath breathing techniques. So it's really heartwarming. So at least now we know some skills that we can use anytime, anywhere. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's give our love to Rowena.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Also, let's have a photo shoot with our coach, right?
Sige. Photo shoot. Sige.
Photo shoot. Okay. So let me just have a gallery view. Ayan. Okay. So we have 2 pages here. So first one, yeah. So it'll be nice if we can see your beautiful faces and handsome. Yeah, beautiful and handsome faces. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. How do you want us to do it, Coach Rowena? Like this one or this one?
It depends. Yeah. Yeah.
The heart.
Up to you. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, so that's for the first one. Let me just
I don't know.
over here. Okay, for the other one. Okay, so just keep smiling. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Great job. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach Weng.
Thanks, Coach
Thank you very
Weng.
much, Coach Rowena.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Okay, just for the participants, I would just like to show you just one more slide. So for
I can already drop. No?
Yes, Weng.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Weng.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Weng.
welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so guys, that's a really great session with Coach Rowena. So just for our next, just a very simple reminder for our next coach session that will be on Saturday, November 6th, and the time is 9:15 a.m. So please take note, 9:15 a.m. with Coach Tracy Yu. So Coach Tracy will teach us about, hindi naman ganito. Hindi ganito yung gagawin natin.
Inversions.
Hindi ganito yung gagawin natin. So
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. So our yoga session, please bring ito yung sabi niya, yoga mat. So if you have, tapos belt or a long towel. So kung meron kayong ganito, so this is what we call as the belt sa yoga. Yan, tapos or blocks, number 3, blocks or stack of book. So ito yung tinatawag natin na blocks. Armless chair and wall. So stay closer to a wall. So yun
Okay.
yung sinabi ni Coach Tracy sa akin. So to prepare us para sa session on Saturday. So that will be 9:15 a.m. Ayan, guys. So thank you very much for coming over tonight and experience HeartMath breathing technique. And see you again, guys, on Saturday para sa yoga naman. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.